Hi, Mikel. You came into the transfer window with 26 senior players. You've now got 20. Are you not worried that the squad is rather thin to go in? You sort of said you've had COVID and injury problems. You get another outbreak, suddenly you're very short of options.
We are short of options, but I think we have a much better balance than sometimes when we had many more options, but it was totally unbalanced. And my focus is more there. And as well to have reliable players, play with the right availability as well when we need to use in that they are there to do mind-wise, physically, and with the right qualities as well. And that's what we are trying to do. But unfortunately as well, towards the end of the summer, we have again 4 or 5 players that finish their contract. So we're gonna have to try to do many things again. So this is not a stopping, and it takes a while to rebuild a squad like that. This is not happening in 1 or 2 windows, unfortunately. But I think we are in the right path, and I really believe so.
When you look at the squad, I mean, if you get into Europe next season, which hopefully you do, you're going to need a much bigger squad. Presumably it means you're going to have to have a very large recruitment drive in the summer.
Yeah, but that's part of the strategy. That way as well, we're going to have some contracts that are ending, and we're going to have to make the decision then regarding where we are, and we have that option to do that. We have players on loan that we are developing as well to understand where they can be and how much of a contribution they can have in the squad. And obviously we're going to have to sign players in the summer. That's obviously without a question of a doubt.
Was that something that was discussed when you went to meet the owner in America?
But that's something that we discuss here internally with Edu personally all the time, with the team. And obviously you have to raise those ideas and the vision that you have towards the owners, which are completely aligned, and they've been extremely supportive with us.
And my final question, people would look at it and say you've taken a bit of a gamble by allowing the squad to be so small. Are you prepared maybe for a bit of a backlash if things don't work out and you get a couple of injuries? People are bound to start saying, oh, why did you do that? What are you sort of ready for those consequences?
Yes, Mark, but sometimes it's not what we want to do, is what we can do as well. And we have to be realistic on that. And I'm not talking only about the financial position of the club and the investment that we had to do and how we've been able to sell or loan players, but as well that when you identify the talent that you have, whether it's available as well to do it. And the last thing that we want to do is bring players here that they are not going to take us to the next level, because now we want to go to the next level. And to do that, we need to have the certainties. And we've done a lot of work in order to get that discipline internally as well, to do that. And that's the only objective and the reason behind it. But again, then it will be about winning or not, because when you made a decision, we won 6 games in a row, I haven't had one question about, do we have enough goals in the team? I didn't. Now you do. It's going to happen. It's normal. But my decision, our decision as a club cannot be based on that, because if not, then I know where we're going to go, 100%. And it's not to the place that we want to take the club.
Are you confident that the players you want will? I mean, we saw with Vlahovic, you made an effort for him. He didn't want to come to Arsenal, maybe because you're not in the Champions League. Are you confident that in the summer these quality players will want to come to Arsenal?
Absolutely. We have, the tradition, what the clubs inspire, what we are as a club, it's enormous. Everybody wants to play for Arsenal. I haven't had one time the phone on a player, a member of a staff, someone on recruitment doesn't want to join Arsenal. That's for sure. Then if they go for financial reason, that's something else, Mark. But the willingness to come and be part of this, yeah, I haven't experienced something different. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really glad.
Thank you.
Hi, Mikel. Just on that theme, with the financial power that you may or may not have in the summer, how much will that be affected by the top 4 and whether you get in Champions League? Because last year you spent a lot without being in Europe. So can you just do that again?
Everything helps, because the financial position is going to be determined how good we are with the team performances, where we finish. Then obviously that will help our sponsorship, our marketing, our ticketing sales. It's just a ball that rolls constantly. Where it starts, how good we do on that pitch. And to do good on that pitch, what do we do? Yeah, the right ideas, the right environment, the right players to perform. So it's something that we have to fit all the time.
Just on the disciplinary matters and the standards you have set, some people have said, why does it matter so much? When someone like Aubameyang can score 25 goals, why not let him be late sometimes? Or why not, bend over backwards a bit or let people be treated differently if they're different characters. Why is it so important that everyone has to stick to those rules?
I don't think I am too hard on that, to be fair. I don't know the perception externally, but there are some minimums. There is a line that you cannot cross. And if somebody is going to cross it because he scored 25 or 30 goals, that dressing room has to accept it. First of all, you have to score 25 or 30 goals, or 40 or 50, because I've seen that. And maybe they said, listen, guys, even don't train. You train once a week and you play. They would decide. If they are happy with that, with me, there is no problem. If they are happy with that and they can live with that, is happy. You have to do it though.
Is that the impression you got from the squad, that they weren't willing to accept that from other players?
I don't work with impressions. I work with facts, and I like to see, and I want to smell, and I want to sense where this is going, and if possible, anticipate issues.
How do you think Oba will be or should be remembered as an Arsenal player with his legacy?
From my side, I think everybody here, and I think you've seen a couple of messages towards him. I think it's gratitude, wish him the best, and move on without any regrets, because I prefer to look at all the beautiful things and good times that we have, and as well, very important as well, to learn from those ones that they are not being so good, and what could you have done better, especially from my side when I look at that.
Yeah, you mentioned some of those messages there. There are quite a few, showing their sort of love for Oba. He's a very popular figure in the dressing room. How have you sensed the reaction from the players to him leaving?
Well, I think very understandable. They knew what was happening, and I think it's a good solution for everybody.
Yeah, and just lastly for me on Laka, have you seen a change in him since he's taken the responsibility of wearing the armband on a regular basis? Has he grown as a leader and a player?
Laka is who it is. He hasn't changed. A person doesn't change because of something. He knows the importance that he has in the team, and he knows how much he's played, especially since I've been here, and that's him. And he needs to be him. He doesn't need to pretend to be something that he's not. The best thing is to be yourself.
Okay, thanks, Mikel. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. So that's Zimbabwe 10:30 tonight. Finally come to Simon.